Did you watch part 1 of the study technique videos? No? Still studying like this? And some of you will even make mnemonics for every single topic you study. And after 1 month, you'll be like, what was Sumit for? And what was Sandhya for? Hi, I'm Dr. Adarsh, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the remaining 5 study techniques which you need to know to master your study game. The sixth technique is active note taking. Remember Hermione from Harry Potter? How she used to know every spell perfectly and how she used to answer every question right. Well, Hermione wasn't just smart. She took legendary notes, not just writing, but summarizing, connecting dots, and understanding whatever she wrote. You need to become Hermione. You need to start actively taking note, not just write everything just for the sake of it. You need to think what you're writing and organize your thoughts in your paper, and so that in the last moment, that's gonna be your most powerful weapon for the exam. The seventh technique is interleaved practice. To understand this, look at Batman. Batman didn't just use his hands for combat. He used his Batmobile, he used his legendary weapons, and he also used stealth. In the same way, when you approach a subject, you need to approach it from every direction possible. You need to approach it with videos, with MCQs, with custom modules, and with your notes. So when you approach the subject in multiple ways, you understand the subject topic better, and you'll be able to defeat that subject just like Batman. The eighth technique is called time blocking. Remember when Professor pulled out the perfect heist, his precise planning? Well, he just didn't make a plan and said go and try whatever happens. No. From entry to crowd management to his exit plan, everything was time blocked, and he made sure it was precisely and flawlessly executed at a designated time. So similarly, you have to time block your day and designate a time block for a topic. Like for example, 9 to 12, you are designating it for video lectures for suppose. And 12 to 1, you're taking a break. 1 to 3, you're designating it to solve MCQs. And 3 to 4, you're taking a break. Stick to this time block and make sure you pull out the heist with the subject flawlessly. The ninth technique is setting up your study environment, just like Rocky. Rocky trained in such a way and he changed his environment in such a way that each and every person started cheering for him, started motivating him. And in the same way, you need to set up your study environment in such a way that it motivates you. Make sure there are no distractions around your study area. There's good lighting, it's clean, and every time you try to study, it motivates you and not the other way around. And I have kept the best technique for last. They say you just use 10% of your brain, but what if you could unlock more, just like Lucy? How epic would that be? Imagine if every subject you study or every topic you study was stored in a room inside your brain and you could access it whenever you wanted. Sounds amazing, right? Well, what if I tell you this is possible? And the last technique is known as the method of loci. This is an ancient memory technique which is used by geniuses all around the world. It's like your brain becomes a palace of memories and you can walk in and access them whenever you want. Let me explain this technique better. Now, pause the video and take a look at this diagram for a minute. Now, again pause the video and try solving this MCQ. And the right answer is option D. All the statements are false. Because statement 1, the jugular bulb lies in the floor of the tympanic cavity, not the anterior wall. The second statement, the facial canal runs in the medial wall, yes, but it passes above the oval window. The third statement, the posterior semicircular canal, it's not the posterior semicircular canal, it's the lateral semicircular canal which forms the prominence on the posterior wall of tympanic cavity. Seeing this statement, you might have thought third statement is correct because posterior wall, maybe posterior semicircular canal may form it, but no, that's the lateral semicircular canal which forms the prominence. And the fourth statement, the internal carotid artery lies anterior, not posterior, to the middle ear cavity and is separated by a thin bony plate from the promontory. Did you get it right? Or your mind was in chaos and you got confused? Maybe you got confused, right? Now imagine you have studied the topic of middle year and you go in the exam and suddenly this question flashes in front of your screen, and in that environment you get confused. What was medially, what was laterally? Try this. Imagine that middle ear box in the room you're sitting in. Assign each wall of your room to each of the six sides of the middle ear, and whenever you try to answer a question on middle ear now, visualize it. What was on your middle wall, what was on your lateral wall, what was superior, what was inferior, what was anteriorly and what was posteriorly. This time, you're very less likely to get confused, and damn sure you're gonna answer every question on middle ear with accuracy. And during the exam, while others forget due to pressure, you just walk in your mental room and easily answer the question like this. And to study in a better way, you need to have tools, just like Tony Stark. You need to have tech. You need to use apps to aid in your studies. And I suggest you use three apps. You can use OneNote for your note taking. To build your focus or to concentrate, you can use Forest app. And for your flashcards, you can use Anki. So that's it. Whether it's NEET PG or your board exams, now you have all the tools to conquer it. And remember, you don't have to be perfect, you just need to be consistent enough. Keep studying and subscribe for more videos like this.